Goose Chasers, welcome back. It is Wednesday. You know what that means. Well, it could be Thursday or Friday, depending on when you like to listen to this. But today, it's Wednesday. So, happy hump day to everyone. We are one day closer to bow season. It's your boy David and Dean. We got both of us in the studio. Been pretty consistent with that lately. It kind of feels nice.
It does.
My iced coffee ran out of ice. It's a shame. And that's weird. Kind of drinking just cold coffee.
You've been doing iced coffee.
Well, dude, it's 90. It's supposed to be 96 here today. The heat index, which is I guess what it feels like, is going to be 105, and the humidity is like 78%. You walk outside,
You're not.
they
dry.
literally they're literally telling people at like 4:00 in the afternoon, if you don't have to be outside, don't go outside because it's too hot.
That's wild.
Why is that? Like, we're right in the middle of America. Why does that happen here? Is it something with the jet streams? Or I heard like I'm looking on Instagram and Facebook this morning. Everybody's got cold fronts. They're like cold fronts. Bucks got it. Bucks are moving. I'm like,
We do have a cold front. Well, I mean, I say cold front. It's still going to be high 70s here today, but it's been hot.
well, yeah, but then how? What's it get down to at night?
Yeah, tonight and tomorrow night, it's finally going to be like right around 60 degrees.
Damn.
The last like 2 weeks, it doesn't get below 7. It hasn't gotten below 70, but it's going to feel nice. Tomorrow night. I'm taking
You're
a cruise.
You got to get in that car. You got to cruise.
I'm searching for some bone.
Those
Or
are
I'm
always-
just gonna sit somewhere. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do
dude.
something.
Yeah, I mean, shit. You could get into one of those blinds and be horrified.
It's like a high of, I think tomorrow is literally high as 70.
Wow.
Them
Yeah,
deer are gonna be out.
yeah, they will be out. You got to get that big lens out. See if you can get yourself some velvet footage.
See if I can touch something with the old Tamron.
Tamron 200 to 600.
The old 10-pound Tamron.
That thing takes 2 hands to rack focus.
You need a second human to rest it on their shoulder.
Yeah, bringing that to the woods is some kind of bitch.
It is.
We can't forget the ultra stiff arm from Fourth Arrow for North Dakota, because you're not putting that lens on any tree arm unless it is rock solid.
No, that thing's bending. That thing's bending some metal. It's gonna look like freaking Nick Chubb squatting on the end of that friggin' tree arm.
Yeah, that lens would make the barbell, or that lens would make like a ghost arm look like the barbell on Nick Chubb's back when he's squatting 600. You hear the Browns are going after Ayuk?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but it's definitely just something to do with, I don't know why Amari Cooper's not happy here, but he's not. So
He's not. I thought he was fine.
I don't
He
know.
just got an extra $5 million.
I think he's fine. But if we get Ayuk, they're sending him Cooper.
You think so?
Yeah, which I don't even like. Don't do that.
I would not. Yeah, I would not do that.
Like
but
Cooper, I like Cooper more than Ayuk.
Dude, Cooper had a career year last year, literally, in yards.
So he restructured the contract or what? I didn't even see that.
Well, this was the last. I'm pretty sure this was the last year of his deal, and I don't know if it was a player option. Maybe it was a player option. That's why. But he was supposed to get 20 mil, and with incentive based, he can get an extra 5 mil, so he can earn $25 million this year.
Ah,
I don't think Amari Cooper's really been happy anywhere that he's. I mean,
doesn't look like it.
but dude, he's so productive.
He's so
That dude,
productive. No, he's a
that
great
dude,
route runner. He catches
he
balls.
catches
He's
anything.
he's not loud, which I love.
Yeah, he
He's
just
not one of these
plays.
freaking guys that got to be all flashy, and he's just a good football player.
Yeah,
And yeah, I wouldn't.
I mean, I don't,
I would
I
hope.
don't.
I would hope not. But everything I've read said Cooper would be included in the deal to San Francisco, and I'm like, nah, we don't need
Well,
to do
that's
that,
not
kid.
really a deal then.
No, it's not a deal. You're not upgrading. I think you're. I
You're
mean,
getting their what?
Ayuk's younger, I think.
And Ayuk, well, he was he their leading receiver last year? I think he was
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little
And
bit.
I think
I mean,
Debo was out a
De-
bit,
Debo was hurt a bit, and
but
obviously,
he was definitely productive. But yeah, I don't see the point in doing that. I don't think you're unless behind the scenes, like I said, unless like Amari's super unhappy or
I
something's
don't
not
think
jiving there.
the things that I was hearing and reading, I don't think the Browns were. I think the 49ers wanted Cooper, but I don't think the Browns were willing to give him up. Like I
Well, I
think,
hope not. Why would you?
yeah. But
Dude's amazing.
if you get if you get Ayuk and somehow you sign him to a couple more years in the trade or whatever, and that guarantees us to have at least Ayuk and Jerry Jeudy next year, and hopefully Amari maybe too. But shit, dude, that's a hell of a trio.
Hell of a trio.
I mean, I would think they would have to get rid of uh what's his name from the Jets?
Elijah
Yeah,
Moore. Yeah.
because that
Well, I
Tillman
mean,
dude, Tillman's
Tillman's
been
tearing it
playing.
up,
Yeah, I mean, at least that's what they're saying.
and that was their draft pick, so you'd think they'd want to give that a shot. But yeah, I don't know why we're going after another receiver, but I don't hate it.
They wanna chuck it. Deshaun wants to chuck it. They want to throw it 60 times a game.
Well, they should with our defense. There's no reason not to.
Yeah, press on.
I mean,
That's
it's
why we got to get Nick Chubb back and rolling,
if
man, because he's the closer.
yeah, just let them
Fourth quarter, let him fucking
through
eat.
everybody. Yeah, I hope Deshaun is his plays well. You know what? I know it's practice, but this has been going on for years, and I cannot handle it. That dude, any video posted of that guy throwing the ball, his like quote unquote dimes, he will not look the other direction ever. I've never seen him do it. I have never seen him look the other direction. I'm not kidding.
Well,
Whatever way he's looking when he catches the ball is the way he's throwing it.
no, I saw a video. Hold on, let me
You
check
know
this
what?
out.
I God bless. I hope there's one out there because I just don't see
He
it.
he threw a no looker the other day.
I saw that. I don't even count that shit. You
it
know,
was
if you
like
can't count that, you're still not faking out the
it was like a 6-yard pass, but it was
yeah.
fine. Hey, it was a no looker.
And he still was kind of looking there.
Yeah, he kind of was. He kind
No,
of was.
but how about just hey, look at your. I don't even care if it's your not your primary. Just look at a running back like flash into the screen to the outside, the opposite side, or like look at somebody.
Yeah.
Look at your coach on the sideline. I don't even give a shit. Look at somebody that's not even
Look at
there.
look at your woman. Look at your massage therapist up
The
there. I
dude
don't I don't
catches the
care.
ball and he's just staring at the guy he's going to throw it to. And I watch it in every video. I'm like, oh, yeah, he's going to throw it to this guy right there. He's going to throw it to him. He's going to throw it to him. Yeah, he's locked on him. Oh, yeah, he threw it to him. Like, how do you not pick it off every freaking time?
Well, I have seen some videos of that. I've seen some videos of our defense tearing it up for sure.
Which I expect. Defense is good.
Look at this guy. Look at that right there.
That's not even a human.
That is not even a human. Can you imagine? Look at his helmet this year. Thing looks like
Scary.
there's somebody in his helmet, like like controlling, like he's a transformer. They're like he's
Yeah,
so big.
they can make a movie about that guy with being
There's
like
just
a monster.
there's literally just somebody in his helmet that is controlling him like he's a fucking like they're driving a damn Mack truck, and he's just like,
How do I control this huge thing?
that is a giant human being. Like, I don't even know how your cells just keep building themselves to that point. He's a fucking monster.
He's a monster.
Myles Garrett is a scary human being.
But this is, I mean, this is it. I think this season truly is all on Deshaun.
Oh my God.
This is finally like the bullshit's done. The injuries or hopefully
Well
are
over.
done. Yeah,
Yeah,
everything at
you
the
bowed
slate
out
is
you cut out of last year, whatever, game 7 or something. You've got plenty of time to heal. You're good, man.
the
You're
slate is
good.
clean and it's all on you. You have every freaking talent you need, every piece you need on both sides of the ball.
Yeah. Oh
Literally
my God, yeah.
every position we're ready to
And
roll.
they're still going out and trying to get you another receiver.
Yeah.
What are you going to
No,
line up 5 receivers every time?
there's not going to be any excuse for that guy, so you just got to go out there and perform. I hope he does. Is like last year his legs are like the dude's great. That part of the game that he can escape.
Oh,
He
yeah.
can escape like any pressure and that changes the whole game. So he's just got to his arm has to be on.
Yeah.
Decision making and arm has to be on and
I mean, and you know what?
he's
That's going to
capable.
take a couple games. It's going to. Like, the dude was just kind of getting back to where you felt like he had his senses, especially like in the pocket and stuff like that last year, and then he got hurt. So it's going to take, I mean, it is, unfortunately, it's going to take a couple games. I mean, think about it. The dude, how many games has he played in a Browns uniform? 11?
Yeah, 10, 11. Yeah.
So he played like 4 or 5 the first year and he played 6 last year. I mean, well, no, the first year he was, no, am I nuts? Is that the first year? Yeah.
Well, the
This will
first
be his
year
3rd year,
yeah,
technically, right?
the first year he was allowed to play
5
however many
games.
games. Yeah, 5.
5 at the end of the year, yeah. Okay, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, he's got 11 games in 4 years, dude. He was off for 2 years before that. He's played 11 games in 4 years. Like,
You hope you hope he can get it back.
gosh.
You hope it wasn't too long to where it's
I mean,
past your prime.
hell, that's no pun intended. That dude's got a golden wiener or something. 260 mil fully guaranteed. I only played 11 games in 4 years.
Good grief.
Gold. Hey, you know what that is? Golden wiener. Hey, golden wiener.
Golden wiener.
I tell you what that is. Golden
Everyone
wiener.
apparently everyone was trying to massage that golden wiener.
Apparently, had something going on, and 260 million guaranteed golden wiener.
That's one expensive wiener. I mean, he's only 28. He's in the prime.
Well, Tom Brady played 14 more years at this point in his career. Nut up.
And still could have gone more.
Nut up, DeShwanzi. Big Wiener Watson. Nut up.
What do we have a preseason game? Like
this week,
this
I think.
weekend?
Hold on. We do. I think we do. Well, let me see here. Yeah, we got to because the Hall of Fame game was last weekend.
We play the Packers Saturday.
Up in Green Bay.
Saturday, 4:25.
All right. I know what I'll be doing Saturday at 3:25 my time. I'm gonna be checking that shit out.
Be checking. Be checking.
Dude, there's games. Holy shit. I mean, tomorrow the Panthers and the Patriots play. Friday, Falcons, Dolphins, Texans, Steelers, Eagles, Ravens. There's football on all week. Holy shit.
So our
It's
first
back.
game, our first game is the 8th.
That would make sense, yeah. The weekend after
Wow, we open up
open in North
with the
Dakota. Cowgirls.
Cowboys.
Them cowgirls. Come on, Dak. You're gonna get your ass stomped into the ground. Not only is the cowgirls not giving you your contract, but Miles is gonna plant you into the turf with his wiener. Oh, I
Oh,
feel bad for them, man. They got all sorts of shit going on. CeeDee Lamb's still not in camp. Hasn't thrown him a pass yet. Dak doesn't know if he's gonna, you know, be a millionaire or be walking on the sidewalk next year with his chihuahua and a bag of groceries, Uber Eatsing for the girl in 305.
we got a lot of fantasy football
Dude, what are
right
you gonna
around the
do? What are you
right
gonna
around the
do?
corner.
We're in a league, we're in a keeper league. We get to keep one person every year for the price that we got them the year before. And if you keep that person for 2 years, like if you want to franchise tag your keeper, which is the second year of keeping them, then it's what is it? The average of the top
I think 5.
4 or 5 at that position. Okay.
The mean price
So what do you? I mean, let's
of your
just
top
talk.
5.
So what are you thinking? I got to get on my fucking shit. Gotta get
So at the moment, I think this is a little bit of a different strategy. I don't have a player that I like paid $1 for that blew up. That's going to be a
right,
starter.
right,
So
right. No, you don't.
I don't have any dollar players. So I think I'm going to keep and some other people have disagreed with me. But I think I'm going to keep Jahmyr Gibbs for $40 because I think he's going to be one of the best running backs in the NFL this year.
No shit. That's a bold move.
It is a bold move, but that dude scores and he's freaking good. He was so productive last year on split time with
True.
David Montgomery.
And they don't have Montgomery anymore.
No, they have Montgomery still, but I just think that, and I'm still fine with that. I just think the roles are going to flip a little bit
I
more.
mean, I mean, $40 for
He's going to be a $70 player, $65 player. And I'm like, okay, if I can get him for $40, and then you basically, like, I would consider going after him for full price again. So if you do
right.
that, I'm like, well, I can get an extra player for the price of one. You can
Right.
get an extra pretty good player for the price of one.
Yeah, no, that's
Still,
true. I mean, what are
so
your other what are your like other options?
I can keep Travis again, and that'll be like $25 instead of
Oh, damn.
$40.
Oh, damn.
I'm a little skeptical about that because I just don't know where he's going.
Yeah, I mean the
He
Taylor
did
Swift
not,
effect. You don't know what that's got on the on his
and he just
psyche.
didn't. He did not. He was not worth $40 last year.
No, but I mean he's still going to be one of the best tight ends in
Oh,
the league, and what's
100%,
a good tight end is going to go for.
like $25,
So he's going
$30.
to. I mean that'll be essentially the standard.
Yeah, it's hard because I want him. I want him on the team. Want him on the squad. But what do you can only pick one player.
Yeah, I mean the
There's
only other
also
thing to think about that is essentially you could probably lock him up for 2 more years because if you pay whatever it is,
I don't
23
think
or
I don't
no,
think
but
you
if
can.
you can, yeah, you can franchise him. But here's the like if you play the game, if you get him for 23, okay? He was the outlier last year. So you paid what, 40 something for him. The next highest tight end was like $20 or something.
Yeah.
So if you basically bring, I mean, I guess it could go two different ways. Like if you bring the cap for the tight ends down, then all of a sudden, okay, what's like Laporta or Hawkinson or some of these other high tight ends going for Kittle, maybe 15, maybe $20. Now, like
Well, that's
next
true
year,
because I think Trey McBride is like top 3, and I think Nick is probably going to keep him for a buck, so that he's not going to play a factor in the.
Nick's not keeping CJ Stroud.
No, I don't think so.
That makes me happy in my pantalones.
I think he just said he'll go get him if he want. Like,
Oh, I bet he will. I I bet he will. I
uh,
bet I'll be there to rack up the price.
it's hard. I mean, he's got a handful of players he can keep for a buck, and it's a good position to be in. You're basically getting a free starter, so I
Yeah.
don't think he can really go wrong with like 3 different players he has.
God, that kid. That son of a
I
bitch.
wish I had a dollar player that I was had
I
something
mean,
because
you're
I
in
can
a
also go. I can also go. This is a huge risk. I've got Jackson Smith Najigba
yeah.
that he's been up on a lot of people's like sleeper
Yeah. I mean,
things,
he's Ohio
but
State boy. You
and
know
I
he's
love
gonna ball out.
I love that. But it was seven. He was $7, and they still have Metcalf and Lockett. So there's just that's
Yeah,
just tough.
that's
Tough
tough.
to.
I don't know that he's
I
yeah,
don't think
that's tough.
he's.
I
I
think
don't know if
you'll
he's a blow up guy.
yeah, I think you can get him for um I bet you could get him for similar again this year. 10, $12 maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a honestly other than Gibbs and Travis, those are like that's my option pretty much.
Yeah,
Or I can go a different route and I could not keep anybody
that's true.
because you can do
That's
that.
very true. That's very true. That's very, very true.
But yeah, it's hard. Like Gibbs he's top 5 running back in all these projections. He's like 4 and some, 5 and some, and I'm like, what do those running backs go for? They go for 60s for sure. Some of them touch 70. Some of them touch
Oh,
80.
well, I could tell you one thing. I mean, I got um the fuck am I drawing Kenyon. Oh my god.
Kyron Williams.
Kyron Williams. I got Kyron Williams for $1.
Yeah,
I'm keeping his ass. He's like the 7th ranked running back on the board.
I know. Yeah, see, you gotta like you got one of them no brainers. They do have another running back that they like. That's another rookie, right?
Yeah, I think so. I got to look into that. He may be somebody that I look to like pick up. I also saw that I didn't love like if they shit the bed like the first couple games of the season, they could yard sale the whole damn team and just try and rebuild, like get rid of Cooper Cup, I don't know if Stafford will be a part of that. Like they may, I mean, Aaron Donald, I don't know. Yeah. Like I don't know. I kind of hope they hang in there somehow a little bit because that would suck. That would definitely, but I mean, he's still the starting running back on a NFL team. He's one of the 32 starting running backs. So
Sure.
you get that for $1. You can pretty much draft your team as you would. You just have him for $1.
You're right. You're right. Um,
God, I can't wait.
I don't even know how to look at your amounts.
I can't look. I can't even find my team.
Yeah, you can only do it on the computer.
Okay, I'm not doing that right now.
Okay, I ain't doing that right now.
I ain't doing fucking that right now. I wonder how Aaron Rodgers is actually going to be. I wonder how he's going to be. I hope he's good. I do.
I don't see why you wouldn't be.
who I think's going to have another balling out season. I hate to say it. See
I
if
know
you
who
can
you're
read
gonna
my
say.
mind.
I know who you're gonna say.
See if you can read my mind.
Joe
Come on,
Burrow.
you got it.
I knew it.
I hate to say it for the Browns fans in the room here, but
Well, that dude's really good.
the only thing that's going to save us is I don't know how good their defense is. I think the Steelers, personally, are going to shit the bed. I think they're going to shit the bed. I think the Ravens, they look good on paper. Fragile. Very fragile bunch over there.
They
And
are. That's very true.
if Derrick Henry goes down or if Lamar goes down, sorry, fellas. Fragile bunch.
Boys
I
are
mean, but they
fragile
always
bunch.
figure out a way. They always figure out a way. Unlike the Browns, they always figure out a way to be there. But our division's going to be tough, man. Whew.
Oh my God, it's got to be the best in the league. It's
It's going to
definitely
be
the best in
tough.
the league.
Yeah.
It's the best in the league. Yeah, I drafted Jahmyr Gibbs for $40. I drafted Dak Prescott for $6.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Ain't bad.
That ain't bad. You give him CD Lamb. That ain't bad.
You got Joe Mixon.
Mick, where's he at now?
He's with the Texans. He
Oh,
might light it up too.
man, the Texans they got a squad, dude. Tank Dell is their third receiver. That's ridiculous.
So, and if we picked up someone off waivers, that's the price we got to take him for?
I believe so now, yeah. No more of that $15 bullshit. Which that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Like if you're going to
It does.
overpay for them on waivers, then if you wanted to, like that's the game, you know?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
if you've got somebody that's if you got somebody that's holding on to their fob money and then they go pay whatever $60 for somebody that lit it up 1 week, and the going rate for that person was like $4 or $5 from the other people. Yeah, sorry, you paid $60. That's what you get them for again if you want them.
That's what you get him for.
That's what you pay for. That's what you get them for.
What you pay for is what you get in for. Is Chubb gonna start the season?
I don't know, man.
Because
But
my other option, which is a kind of a outlier, but I have Jerome Ford,
what'd you pay for him?
$3.
Not a bad option. I mean, well, don't they? Who else did they have? Who else did they just get? Or Deontay Foreman? He might be done
Yeah, he just he just left on a stretcher.
in a helicopter.
And yeah, I don't think.
Which
I
I
don't know
mean, I
about
feel
him.
bad. I feel bad for him.
No, because I liked that pickup.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I don't know I don't know that that's like a game breaker for us. Like, yeah, I like that pickup too, but
No, I mean honestly, I think he wasn't Nick Chubb, but Jerome Ford did pretty well
yeah, he
for us.
was he
He
was
ran the
feasible.
he was serviceable. Obviously love Kareem Hunt, but the Browns don't for some reason. So
That is so weird. That is so weird. Hometown dude runs his ass off. He's got
loves
energy.
Cleveland.
Loves Cleveland. He's
Cleveland
got
loves him.
energy. Every time he comes into the game,
Crowd.
he had a
Yeah.
season high, or he had a career high in touchdowns last year, and he didn't play 4 games. Come
I
on,
mean, when you're inside the 5-yard line, like
give him the ball.
yeah, you're like, he's getting in. He's gonna figure it out how to get in.
Right.
And there's no other back like that. So
What? I don't
good job,
understand.
Browns.
They might. What they like? If
Is he on a team?
no,
So
it's
stupid.
it's
Like
insane.
you're gonna sign Dante Foreman, but you won't give that dude a chance?
I know, dude. That's what I don't get. That's what I don't get.
Or you're gonna sign Pierre Strong, but you're not gonna give
What
Kareem
are you?
Hunt a shot?
What like? What is that dude?
What are we
What can
missing?
that dude
We're
do?
missing
Yeah,
something. We're missing something. I just don't
they're
know what it is.
they're missing the energy. They're missing the energy. Unless the dude is just a complete asshole when he's in the building,
And he
and
doesn't
maybe he
seem like
is.
it. I don't think he is, but
I don't. It doesn't seem like it. He kind
you
of
would
seems
hear
like
about that.
he kind of seems like one of those guys that's kind of like he gets along with all the players, but
Dude, he
also like
loved Nick
the
Chubb.
yeah. Oh my God, him and Chubb are boys. But it seems like maybe like the coaching staff or like the upper management, whatever. He's just like, fuck you guys for bailing on me twice now. Which I mean, I get that for sure.
Oh, I get it too, because they're
But gosh, why don't put that dude in the damn game? Put him in a uniform until he wants to stop playing. I don't get it. It's not going to cost you a lot. Put him in the game.
it's the same way that like I don't hate what they've done since then, but like why would you not re-sign Joe Flacco?
It's because they didn't want the competition. That's why
It
they
wouldn't
didn't
need
want. They
wouldn't have
didn't.
needed a bit neither
Flacco.
one.
Oh, there definitely would have been one. Flacco would have been coming in off of getting us to the playoffs. In his mind, he's going, why the fuck am I not the guy? In Deshaun's mind, he's going, I'm getting 260 mil. I'm the guy. And
I
now
mean, yeah.
it's just they didn't want the competition. That's why. That's why they shied away from it anyway. But Flacco was not going to come back to Cleveland and want to be a backup after that for sure. And if Deshaun fucked up just a little bit, that whole stadium would have been chanting Flacco, and they don't want that.
I
They don't
mean,
want that.
that's true. That's true. We would have been chomping at the bit for it, but
I mean, there's every Browns fan in Dad's era and that generation would have been, which is a lot of hardcore Browns fans. They would have been hammering for Flacco the first interception that Deshaun threw. And it just, and I'm not, I'll tell you, can't say I wouldn't have been one of them, but yeah, they don't.
I mean, I don't hate the Jameis Winston thing was a good.
Yeah, I
He's,
don't
he's a
hate that
great,
either.
great locker room guy.
Yeah, it seems like it anyway.
I've
I
watched a
really
couple
hope.
interviews with like Derek Carr, and another quarterback that was like nobody understands how
Awesome he is.
yeah, how important he is in the locker room.
Yeah,
Like
that's
he's like
cool.
he was like, Derek Carr was like in practice and stuff. I'd be yelling to like receivers like I needed this, I need you to do it this way, this way. And he's like, Jameis would come over top of me and literally scream like, "Hey, he needs it this way." Like and he'd be like,
Figure it the fuck out. Yeah.
yeah, but like he'd be like, I didn't ask, like I'm not asking him to do all that, but he's a part of the team. Like he's helping, he
Right.
wants it right.
Right.
And he's like, nobody sees that. Nobody sees that kind of stuff.
Yeah, yeah, right. I like him and Vrabel. They like
Yeah.
race each other every practice. I
Yeah.
love the fact that we got Vrabel too
Yeah.
on our coaching staff.
Winning
Dude's
culture.
awesome.
Yeah.
Dude is awesome.
And
Yeah, he's a
he's a
Buckeye.
smart coach.
Right. I can't believe that. I mean, I guess it was kind of probably time for Tennessee to just make a move and shuffle things around. And they got a good coach in Campbell, or not Campbell. Oh my God, Dan fucking. What the hell am I?
I don't even know who they have, honestly.
They just got the OC from the Bengals. My God. Dude, Joey and I were at dinner at Pastaria where Kelly works. The dude he was sitting at the table right next to us like a month ago. Gosh damn it. This is gonna piss me off. I gotta look it
Dan.
up now.
The coaching, coaching is such a funny
Brian
occupation.
Callahan. Fuck, Brian.
Not Dan.
Not Dan. I was thinking Dan Campbell from the Lions. It's
If I
Brian
was,
Callahan.
I mean,
Dumbass.
if I was an organization, although I mean Tennessee really didn't do good last year, but I think I would try to be more for like just keep a damn. If you like a coach,
Ride
just
him
keep
out.
them.
Look at the Steelers.
You're
Look
gonna
at
have
the
a
Steelers.
down year. I mean, you would think all those the Steelers are like a no brainer. That dude, give him nobody. Give him the
I
freaking
know, but
give him Wichita State University in the NFL, and he'll freaking go to the
they,
playoffs.
they were pushing that dude out of town a couple of years ago. He's
No,
never
that's
had a
just a
losing season.
good football
Longest tenured.
coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't have to friggin' reset, bring in a whole new staff, like all this
Culture.
stuff. Yeah.
Culture.
I mean, and most of the time it really comes down to a player gets no or a coach gets no respect, and then honestly the players probably drive them out half the time. Like I ain't playing
Yeah.
this for this, and then the organization has no choice. But it's crazy how there's in any sport there's 30 most of the professional sports there's 32 teams or 30 teams whatever, and if you don't win like the championship for most of the teams it's you didn't do your like you failed.
Yeah. No, you're
You're
right.
only one person, only one team can win. So how do you? Your chance of failure is 90+%. Like you're
Yeah.
going to fail. So
Yeah.
if I should say if that's what you if that's what you consider failure, which is what most of the fans do for sure,
Yeah.
you can't do it every year. You can't do it most years. So
Right.
it's a hard.
Especially in
Yeah.
football where, the playoffs, it's one and done. You lose, you're out. I mean, football I feel like is probably the hardest sport to succeed, like to get to the Super
Yeah.
Bowl, to get there to begin with. I mean, you think about the season and every game matters. Every game, every field goal,
Every
like all
friggin'
that
game
shit,
matters.
every game matters. At the end of the year, you're like, man, that one we gave up to the Jets where we just fucking blew it in the last 30 seconds. Like if we would have won
Yeah.
that game, we would be in the playoffs. But now
Yeah.
we're playing the last game of the season for a playoff spot. Maybe we make it, maybe we don't. You know,
Yeah. And
we're like,
with the divisions and like
yeah.
the NBA, it's definitely easier to make the playoffs. I
Well,
mean,
now, especially when
top
they got
10.
10. Yeah.
And you're not playing in like you don't have to like win your division. I don't even know why there are divisions in the NBA. I don't
Well,
even know if
and
there are anymore.
you could
But
have but even once you get to the playoffs, you could have a bad day and still win a series and still move on.
yeah,
You can't have a
kind
bad
of
day in the NFL.
no.
Your bad day is you're going home. Same with baseball. I mean, 162 game season, that's just a grind,
Freaking grind.
and still it's crazy in the past, with the
One
Indians,
game
like
matters.
a game matters. Like
Yeah.
that one game matters, whatever. But once again, you get into the playoffs, you have a bad day, you're not done yet. You're not done yet. In the
Not unless
NFL,
you're in that one game playoff.
right, well, yeah, for sure.
But yeah, NFL,
That's tough, man. I mean, that's why, like, you look at a team like the Chiefs and how they've done it with the consistency that they have since Mahomes and Travis have been there. Like, that's just crazy.
it is crazy.
That is insane domination. It's insane. Same with Tom, I mean, Tom Brady. Like, you could hate him or love him all you want. You can't deny the fact that that was insane domination for 20 years in arguably the hardest league in professional sports.
Oh, I totally agree. And yeah. I mean, like, no, the Chiefs they're built for, and they're so good in the playoffs. I mean, it's the
Got rid of the best player in the NFL and won a Super Bowl. Two.
yeah, like
Two in a row.
Yeah, and as far as making the playoffs, like the divisions definitely make a huge difference because
Oh, yeah.
like the AFC North, I feel like is like
It's always a grind.
they're always good. There might be two teams like that aren't
Well,
the
I mean,
best.
normally the Browns are the shit box of that
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
division.
normally the Browns and somebody else that maybe aren't the best, but it's always a grind. Like it's
Yeah.
always good football.
But
I
even
mean,
still, I mean, you had, the when Tom Brady was with the Patriots and then Josh Allen got to Buffalo. I mean, you still like that was a halfway decent division. I mean, shit, dude, the Kansas City, um, the Chargers, and Denver when Russell Wilson went there and was supposed to save Denver, and then when Derek Carr was in uh, Las Vegas, the Raiders, like that was, I mean, on
yeah.
paper at least, that was a pretty solid division.
Yep.
And the Chargers were playing good at that point. And yeah, I mean, but we're definitely in one of the harder, if not the hardest division in the whole league for sure.
Yeah, no, it's actually insane. It's actually insane. Ammo just sent a text out, our buddy Ammo, that says, it says, hearing Brandon Ayuk to the Browns pending a physical, and we did not give up Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I don't think the Browns were willing to give him up.
Well, you shouldn't be, because like I mean, any GM would be like, that's not an up, like we're not upgrading. We're just swapping players, and
Right.
you could argue that we might be downgrading. I don't know. Like
Right.
you
And
don't
you're
know.
and you're doing that just because you think, a player's unhappy or you can't figure that shit out. Like, come on. Somebody figure it out. Somebody
I
help
mean,
them. Somebody get
if
them, make them like it here. Like somebody fucking draw them in. Tell Deshaun to talk to him. Throw him a couple
who
extra passes. Come on.
what are we gonna get? What are we giving up for that dude though? If it's not Amari Cooper, that's a little scary. But
It's got. I bet it. I mean,
second round
maybe,
picks,
maybe a second. Maybe Elijah Moore. Maybe, dude. I don't know.
Tillman.
Maybe Tillman. But I mean, Ayuk
They're-
is on a contract year, is he not? Isn't that
Yeah,
this why this whole reason is why
yeah,
this is all happening?
He's got to re-sign, which I don't even know how the Browns sign him. I don't think we're like the highest payroll in the NFL.
And I don't, why are the 49ers not signing this dude? Like, what are you
I have
guys
no
doing?
idea. But the Browns get Ayuk without giving up Cooper. I mean, injuries always freaking wreck
Yeah,
shit.
but
But they're going for the Bourbon Bowl.
dude, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
By far the best stacked team in the NFL, I think.
now Jerry Judy, and who knows? Like, that's the thing. That guy's a toss up,
Yeah,
like
he is a coin toss.
he's had a couple rough seasons. He's good. I'm not saying that he can't be good,
I
but
don't know enough about the guy, honestly.
I mean,
I've seen some videos of him in practice, and I'm like, is he not trying? Like, he doesn't look like he's moving very fast, but I don't friggin' know. I don't really
I
care.
mean, he's an Alabama dude like Cooper, isn't he? I'm pretty sure. Pretty
Yeah, he
sure.
is. You're right. You're right. He is a Alabama guy. So,
That I
Nick Saban, he doesn't he doesn't friggin' recruit anyone that's
well,
bad.
there's I mean, been some good receivers come out of Alabama. We don't give a damn about nobody but the Tide.
Alabama, we don't get. Oh
We don't
goodness.
take no shit. We don't give a head damn about nobody but the Tide.
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, we don't give a damn about nobody but the Tide.
You don't give up nobody.
Oh shit. You know,
Football season is just a good time.
dude, I love football season. I love the fall. I just love it. I do. It makes me so happy. Makes me so friggin' happy. Yesterday, so this is ridiculous. I, you know, if I want to shoot my bow, I got to go to a couple of the different ranges that are around here. Well, the one range that I normally go to in Hendersonville got swept away by a tornado in December, literally, still
Oh,
closed.
wow.
The tornado literally went right through the middle of it. They said that it's probably not going to be opened back up until 2026.
What?
I was the one Tennessee hunting page on Facebook. They were saying that the one dude just moved into town. It's actually cool because it's like a lot of people on that page are similar to me. They moved in from out of state and they're like,
Looking for places and
where do I hunt? Where can I shoot my bow? And the one dude must have moved right up by Hendersonville. And he's like, yeah, the place that I normally go to just literally got swept away by the tornado. Well, the other place that I go to that I'm normally like live on TikTok on and shit down in Franklin, dude, they set up for a damn the county fair they set up. And I don't know why. The archery range is way up on the top of this hill, like kind of set off to the side, and they've got like this whole expo for the fair and shit like that, whatever, down lower, and there's a bunch of parking lots and shit, but they literally moved all the targets out of the range and they set up like I don't know, the electrical for like the carnival and shit for the rides, I guess,
huh.
in there. So they shut that down. That's been down for a week, and the fair just started this weekend, and it goes through the 10th. It goes through Sunday. I'm like, fuck. So
Wow.
I went out to the one spot on Cheatham where I normally park. It's like 25 minutes. I had to drive out there yesterday to shoot my friggin' bow.
And just bring a target.
Yeah, I bought another. I had a couple gift cards from Bass Pro from NWTF, and I bought one of those Morel dice, the red dice targets,
Yeah.
which are actually nice. Like that. I mean, yeah, it holds the arrows well, and you can shoot broadheads into it and shit. But I got a little itch in my belly, and I screwed on the FX4s, and I started shooting them a little bit, see if I could tune them up to my broadheads. I literally screwed that head. I screwed that thing on, not tuned at all to my fletchings. None of that. It's like kind of cocked at a 45-degree angle. So the FX4s, for any of you guys listening, are the REK fixed blades, fixed blade broadheads. And I shot I shot a field point on the one top left or top right. Shot the broadhead on the top left, and literally like in the white, they would have like almost been in the same hole at
Yeah.
20 yards. I'm like, all right,
Those things, they fly.
that's
They
pretty
fly.
cool. Go back to 30. I put one in the white. I mean, little tennis ball size white. I'm like, shit. Took a couple shots at 30. I'm like, right on the outside of the white, right in the middle of the white on my third or fourth shot. I'm like, all right, let me move back to 40. Move that thing back to 40. I'm like, I can barely see that white dot anymore because I look at blue light all day. But I'm gonna try it. So I pull my bow back. I'm like, my broadhead's still not tuned to my fletchings or anything like that. And I'm like, settle the pen. It looks like it's on the white. Let it
Boop.
rip in the white. Couple shots like that at 40, I move back to 50. I mean, touching the white at a tennis ball size at 50 with your broadheads, literally just pull them out of the pack. Pull them out of the pack, screwed it on, no tuning, no nothing. And I'm like,
You're good.
put a couple of them on, couple arrows, and stick them in the quiver. I'm good with them bad boys.
If the bow is tuned and the broadhead is gonna fly true, the you don't need to, like, the fletching lineup doesn't matter.
dude, but I mean, you talk to a lot of people, and it does, and it
I
does.
don't. I
It
don't.
should, it should. But I
I don't
agree.
think.
If you're,
I don't think it should. Why should it?
I don't know. I'm just saying. And this is why it shouldn't. Why it shouldn't? Because I got my arrows fletched, and it's a pretty aggressive 3-degree helical, and so if you put the old slow mo on that arrow going down range, that thing is spinning like a John Elway fucking
Yeah.
70-yard bomb. That thing
Hmm.
is. That's why it shouldn't matter. Because when that thing starts spinning, why does it matter?
But if it doesn't spin, why does it? Why does it matter?
I don't know. I just
If
figured
you think about the
air and wind resistance on the front that correlates to the back, and it should be
but
similar. I don't know, like a plane.
no, I know, but everyone says that. But if you think about the physics of it, like it's not like the wind is traveling over the broadhead and then like not touching the fletchings. Like the wind just goes right around the broadhead and back down the shaft. So the broadhead really has nothing to do with, like, not, it doesn't have nothing to do with, it has
Yeah,
nothing to do with
careful
the
what you
air.
say.
I don't see it. Prove me wrong. But logically, I don't understand why it would matter.
And maybe it's I mean, it could be a balance thing. I don't know. Maybe it's a balance thing. Maybe it's not. I don't
Maybe
know.
maybe it's not. Yeah, I don't. I've always wondered that.
It
Can
definitely it's on broadheads that I've shot before, it's made a difference. Like,
if you have a tube, I could see it mattering if you have a two blade fixed, but I don't even think that necessarily matters if it's lined up with any fletchings because you really can't line up a two blade with your fletchings. But I think it more so just matters how it's sitting on your rest. I'm just talking out of my rear end here, but I'm thinking about this from a physics standpoint. It shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter.
can you explain that again? Because I don't. Yeah, like explain the physics part of it and why it shouldn't matter.
So to me, if you're lining your broadhead up, if you're lining a three blade fixed blade up with your fletchings,
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're trying to like line up the wind resistance
Well, yeah,
so
obvious.
that
Yeah.
your broadhead cuts basically through the wind and lowers the resistance on your fletching. That would be the only explanation to why they would line up, right?
Sure. Yeah.
But number one, your fletching is what's correcting or balancing your arrow. So you
Yeah.
want it to hit wind, number one.
Right. For sure.
And number two, the wind is hitting it regardless because there's too much space on your arrow. There's too much space after your broadhead to your fletching for it to matter. Like the wind doesn't matter where your broadhead is. The wind's going around your broadhead and back down the shaft of your arrow, so it's hitting your fletchings no matter what.
Okay.
That's why logically, I'm not understanding why. Again, I'm not saying don't do that because it doesn't work. I'm just saying from a logical standpoint, to me, it shouldn't matter.
Right. No, I mean, I'm tracking.
And from my experience of shooting three blade fixed blades, I have never noticed a difference in doing that.
Well, what I guess, yeah, to your point earlier, if your bow is tuned, like in your bow and your arrows are tuned, like, and that arrow's pushing off the string and flying straight, then yeah, it probably shouldn't matter.
Yeah. And
If it's
if it's not tuned,
it's
maybe
probably not going to matter regardless.
no, it
Maybe it
probably
matters a
doesn't.
little bit more because there's a little less forgiveness.
But you're still gonna have inconsistencies in
Yeah,
any broadheads.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, the broadhead is going to show the inconsistencies in your shot regardless. It's going to amplify that, especially the farther you go down range. And what I was surprised at yesterday is the fact that I was shooting these REK FX4s and I felt like, to be honest, shooting, I felt like shit. Like I'm like every shot was painful. Like every shot, like I'm still getting I just put a nose button on there. I'm still kind of getting used to that. It's a little bit of a different anchor point for me, just a little bit. So I'm still kind of getting used to that. And shooting at like a smaller dot like that, especially 40, 50 yards for me, dude. I'm definitely going to need LASIK in the next couple years because that's just I can feel it. Like going out to distance, like I can shoot very well. My problem is going like the farther I go, it goes out
See
is pinpointing
the
that
detail of what you want to aim at.
exactly.
Yeah,
That's it. And
that's what I struggled with.
I mean, and so but I'm very confident in my shooting. But I guess my point is like getting back to my point, like I just not that I wasn't confident in my shooting, but it was just like I felt like I was working every fucking shot. Like every shot was I'm in my head, I'm like, hold that fucking pin steady, like just ease back, pull back on that, on that release. Don't punch the trigger. Like everything was kind of breaking down in my mind, but also not breaking down. And I was still with the REKs, like, in those moments, at least in the past, for me, especially with a fixed blade broadhead, when you're feeling like that in your head, your your broadhead is flying
Sailing.
there, here, and everywhere. Like it is going up, down, left, right, whatever. When you're feeling like that when you're shooting. And I mean, a testament to all the equipment from the Hoyt to the Arrow to the REK Broadhead and everything. It's just, yeah, in my what felt like one of my worst moments, like shooting, I was still killing shit. That's for sure. You
Yeah.
know, and that was a solid feeling.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good feeling.
But
That's a good feeling. So, the county fair got you.
dude, the county fair got me, man.
Are you going to the county fair, man? I'm gonna just back up for 1 second. These I love. I love me a good county fair.
I gotta see what it's about. I don't know. Yeah, I don't like I was looking on the schedule because there's like I can there's spots like next to the range that are still, you could still shoot 60 yards in the grass that I wanted to, I the other night, I think it was Friday or Saturday night, I'm like, I need to shoot my friggin' bow. So I went up there and I did that. It had to be Friday or Thursday or Friday maybe because it was the day before the thing actually started. But it starts at like 6. It's like on the weeknights, it's like 6 to 10 every night. I'm like, that's kind of weird. I figured like the county fair was an all day thing.
Yeah, definitely.
On the
That is
on the
weird.
weekends, on Saturday, Sunday, it's like noon to 10 at night or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we will check it out. Good old county fair. Good old Williamson County Fair.
Yeah, some of the ones around here are literally all day, and our home our home county fair, unfortunately, is Labor Day weekend every year, and I don't get the privilege of attending
Yeah.
that because we are in North Dakota. Although last year I did get to go to it. Um,
Oh yeah, you did.
but we go like the Lake County Fair was last week here. Love it, dude. It's freaking awesome. Went like 3 or 4 nights.
Did you?
Dude, yeah, it's amazing. The food, just walk around. You're like, oh, I want one of these. And I want one of
Yeah,
those. You
oh
just get it.
yeah,
Oh, you want some ice cream? You want a milkshake?
dude. You
Yeah,
know
honey,
what?
I'm
That
gonna.
makes
I want
that's
to take
that.
one of those.
You know
Um,
what? You know what? You're
and
you're
then
kind of sparking my interest here.
and then at night, first of all, you get the. I mean, you walk around, you see all the 4-H stuff, like the just the animals in general are cool too.
Yeah.
the kids raising these things and showing them. It's pretty cool. Um, but like the Lake County Fair, they have events every night on the track. But like the first night we went, dude, they got the dirt track set up and there's a huge grandstands, but you can go stand down closer on the fence and stuff. Dude, they were racing like I think it was like any car you wanted to enter,
No
you could enter.
way.
Dude, they had this race. It was like Dodge Neons, a minivan. The minivan, I think, won. It was the silver minivan, dude. They were going all out, dude, in the
Ripping.
dirt, ripping, dude. This one dude actually, the whole crowd was nervous because he freaking hammered us a huge cement wall, like block that they put out to, dude, crush this thing. And but then the next night it was all motocross, like kids all kids all the way up to adults, dude. There were guys that were like almost 70 years old riding motocross. Um, and then the Saturday night is the truck pull, which is intense. If you've
A
ever
truck
been,
pull's got to be nuts.
dude, it's nuts. You like honestly, you need earphones on or something if you're gonna be close. But those trucks have so much power and they just freaking spool up the turbos, dude, and then the freaking black smoke just hammer it. It's freaking awesome. And then but they do the same thing with tractors, which is badass.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
tractors go before and then late night is the trucks and yeah, it's cool. I
that is cool.
love me a good county fair. But yeah,
Shit,
if they have anything
like
like that, I would recommend doing it because Elaine and I we went like the first or second night, and we'd do stuff throughout the night, but it would get to like 2 nights. It got to 9 o'clock at night, and we're just like, oh, let's go. You want to go back to the fair? And we just go to the fair for an hour and a half and eat some shit and watch whatever crazy ass event they had going on, and it was fun.
damn, we might have to go tonight. It's gonna be a fucking 175 degrees outside, but get me close to them engines.
Yeah, if they have that kind of stuff, it was it was fun. The Geauga County Fair was good too last year, but the I thought the truck pulls were pretty weak compared
Yeah,
to Lake County.
Lake County, yeah.
I don't know
Well,
why,
dude,
but
I mean North Dakota, man. I guess
yeah,
we may or may not be there that second weekend because it's not normally Labor Day, right? I think it's the weekend
it's
after
the weekend after. Yeah,
Fall Festival. God,
yeah.
Fall Festival. God, North Dakota, dude.
That's so tiny too. That's Medina. Like that's not
Dude,
even a
and they,
county fair,
I
and they
mean,
rip it up
you hear them ripping all day long.
all day.
Gosh, what a time, man! What freedom! What That's just America at its finest.
It's
That
America at
is
its finest.
America.
When I saw all these like old ass beater cars racing on a dirt track, like these people are just like having a blast. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get in. I was honestly like, in like 2 years, I might take freaking Coco on that thing, and
Dude, soup up Coco.
when she's at the end of her days, I might
Yeah.
just let her out the pasture and rip down the dirt track.
Oh my gosh, I'd love to see that. I'd come home for that shit.
Some front wheel drive action.
Put a TAGNBRAG logo on the whole hood and just
You know
rip
what
that
was
thing.
the craziest thing? I can't believe they even did this. It was a figure eight track. It was a
Yeah.
it was a figure eight track, dude. And they like the track crossed
No
itself.
way.
Dude, they would be going 40 and literally Elena and I'd be like, your heart is in your freaking throat, dude. Cause you're like, they're gonna freaking crush each other, dude. And they would just be like, like right by each other, dude.
Oh my
Like
god.
a couple times, a couple people bumped, and a couple times they were gonna like just hammer it, and they like one person would lock up the brakes and then go by. But I'm like,
Holy shit.
it's like built for entertainment.
That is insane.
Meanwhile, there's freaking it's a dirt track, dude. There's dust and shit flying everywhere. These cars are just flying,
Right. They can't
throwing
see
mud
shit.
everywhere.
And
You
are
can't
they,
see anything.
dude, is all the glass out of them?
Oh yeah.
Oh
I
my
don't know how
God,
these
dude.
dudes drive, dude. There's a car in front of them. It's just spitting dirt right at them.
These are
It
just,
was. I have a couple videos on my phone because they were it was insane with the minivan and stuff, dude. Watching
oh
this
my God,
minivan
that's
fly around.
hilarious.
This dude's just in there ripping this thing.
That's hilarious. Oh, what a time.
What a time to be alive. That's America
What
for
a
you.
time be
Can't
that is
beat,
America.
you can't beat some fair food and some dirt track racing.
No. No, you cannot.
God
Good
bless.
old fashioned America. God bless.
And the old smell of 4-H in the background.
The smell of 4-H and 4x4 in the background.
That's as summer in America as it gets.
Ah, gosh damn it. Fly that flag, baby. Fly that flag.
Fly it.
Well,
Well, folks, that was a day of
bunch
football,
of bullshit. Football, fantasy football, trade rumors,
county fairs, and
county fairs,
shooting
shooting
bows.
broadheads, physics. Don't line up your field tips with your bullshit. Hey, you guys, if you want this great hat that I got on, make hunt camps great again, you can go over to our website, tagnbrag.co, and check that bad boy out. Join the movement. We got another one coming up on the site this week that's going to be an orange and black version. Pretty excited about that.
Oh.
Yeah, we just came out with another After the Chase episode. Episode number 3, all about scrape week. Papa T&B knocks down a bruiser of a 10-point. Shellacs him. Perfect shot.
Perfect.
And yeah, we got the last episode of Food Plot Chronies coming out on Friday. That's crazy.
Summer's winding down. It's
You
just a blink of an
know,
eye.
you know summer's winding down when you're on the back half of Food Plot Chronies. Crazy stuff.
Why does summer have to
Crazy.
go so fast?
I know, but
And
you
it's
know
even
what?
faster. Like when you're hunting Labor Day weekend, it's like it almost feels
done.
like you're a schoolboy again.
No,
Like,
that's exactly what it feels
it's
like
a
right
schoolboy
now.
summer. That's what it is.
But
for
like
us.
instead of being pissed off that summer is
No, yeah,
ending, you're just like, yeah.
No, I can't wait to go. I just it's the weather thing for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
I just love it. But
Well, and see, that's the thing. Like down here in Nashville right now, like I'm ready for fall because fall, at least the beginning of the fall here is like summer in Ohio.
Yeah.
You know, the summer,
From
Ohio, New York, it's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
75, 80 degrees, 60s at night. You sleep with the windows open. Dude, when you can't go out of your house because it's so friggin' hot and you feel like you're melting as soon as you walk out, I mean, that's tough.
It's almost
That's
like,
tough.
yeah, it's a winter. Like you're still kind of stuck in the house.
It's
Or
it's a weird thing because it's sunny outside. So you're looking out and you're like, oh, that's nice. And then you open the door and you're just like blasted with
I can't do this.
Satan's farts.
Yeah.
You're just like, ah,
Yeah.
holy shit, who's breathing on me right now?
Dogs don't like it out there.
Oh my gosh. They're
Yeah.
hot as shit, dude. The pavement gets hot. You can't even take your dog for a walk. Fucking crazy.
They can't step on it because their freaking pads are all burning off. Well, it's here. We're 6 days into August, and
we only got like 2 or 3 more episodes of Goose Chasing before we're going to be recording Goose Chasing in North Dakota. Maybe we'll get Kane on here or something.
Oh, Kane, yep.
Get him talking some shit.
See what that boy's
up to in his second year of college.
Second year of college is how it's going.
All right, Goose Chasers, you know what to do. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on all of our social medias. Download us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, and we'll see you right back here next Wednesday. We'll talk
Goose Chasing.
next Wednesday. We'll talk more hunting, I feel like.
We will.
This was
This is
fun.
just,
This was fun.
sometimes you
fun.
got to change it up.
You got to change it up. This is our show. We can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
But we appreciate y'all listening.
And
Seriously.
we do think about this in our life. Like,
It's
football,
important.
fantasy football, it's a thing.
That's important. And it affects, hunting season. It's, it's just, there's a cause and effect, and it's got a cause and it's got an effect. So we got to talk about it. All right, y'all. We'll see you next Wednesday.
God bless America.